Hi, hello, and welcome to the Daily Tarot Buffet brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene, Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for the transiting moon into Libra. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. It's an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to serve you. Go ahead and smash that like button. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything resonates deeply with you, go ahead and comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Today we will be imposing the guidance from This Might Hurt Tarot. That's by Isabella Rotman. It's produced or published by Luminal 11 Publishing. And then if there is any type of corresponding or correlative energy, we'll be using Vita Sibila, the Daily Oracle by Rose Scarabeo. If there's any type of pairing energy, we'll use the Cosmic Coven Tarot that is by Lillian Lazenby over at Ripe Avocado. And then for love, if it comes up, we'll be using the Pop of Love Oracle that is by Vibe About It Tarot. You can find her on Etsy. Okay. So when the moon is transiting the sign of Libra during a Pisces season, that gives us an eighth house event. So there's something about the deep, dark depths, maybe some type of intensity, getting deep, definitely piercing well below the surface into the deep. And it could be secrets that we're keeping from others. It can be the places where we project and suppress, repress so much so that we project onto others. It can be bringing out karma. It can be even bringing out health issues. But if it brings out the ooga booga nasty nasty and we're not going after it ourselves, it's typically something that is prolonged and protracted. When we're kind of doing some self-exploration or when we're doing that self-work, it's about confronting the depths of the soul, swimming through our subconscious, our unconscious. Sometimes we even call that the shadows. So it's secrets normally, but it also is what we try to keep from others or what is secret, like what we hold as secret. And it does talk about deep, powerful emotions, but it talks about the reaction to things more so than the deep, powerful emotions. So sometimes things are traumatic, sometimes they're chaotic because they happen swift and suddenly. It very much can bring on a crisis if there's any type of rigidity in facing something, whether it's ourself, what's alive in us, what we're feeling, or sometimes it's other people. So when it says sex, death, transformation, eighth house, it's typically talking about some type of ego death or some type of irrevocable transformation. It's not always bad. Sometimes it can just be research. Sometimes it could just be exploring things that are not easily perceivable on the surface. It does talk about projection. So there's a couple words there, some language to understand. Sometimes people are projecting onto us. So think of it as like a surface of the water that we see clearer than the other person because we're as water still, or still waters run deep. But oftentimes, if we're being projected upon, and somebody else is projecting onto us, it means their water ain't so clear. Or said differently, they're very tumultuous, they're very chaotic, at least a lot more than us. And so, to see me is to see your reflection staring back at me, to notice the body of water reflecting. That's really what the eighth house is. It's depth. It's the experience of transformation, or let's say it's the battleground of karmic change. Sometimes when we're going through the eighth house, we'll learn about things that have been going on for a while, or we'll actually see something play out. So a lot of times I'll say, hey, with the moon, it's not always a physical event. That's why I say, look at your rising sign, look at your rising sign. Well, when we're having an eighth house transit, Sun, the first and the eighth house are the houses that will actually manifest an experience. Now, something can always get manifested if the moon, Mercury, or Jupiter is there as well. It doesn't always mean that Jupiter manifests things. It oftentimes saves us from physical manifestations. It doesn't mean that Mercury is going to manifest things. It oftentimes tells us how to manifest things. The sun will manifest, yes. The eighth house will manifest, yes. The rising sign will manifest, yes. The Mars will experience some type of aspect of manifestation. And so, listen, I was just reading these two cards right here, okay? Um, it's coming as a gift when the moon is transiting a place, a space. What that means is insight and intuition. Now I'm hearing that song. We could have had it all. I'm not warmed up here. What is that, Adele? Oh, rolling in the deep. I don't actually know the language, the words. But you played it. Okay, so somebody was projecting onto us. They mislabeled, misjudged, misperceived. And now there's some kind of burning inside of them. The devil here, they're buckling under the weight of their own karmic causes. I'm feeling that I'm not seeing that yet. They may be getting anxious. They may be unwilling, unable to, take a cold hard look at themselves. They may have some kind of apathy. They may have some kind of sinking feeling. They do have a sinking feeling. Happy people don't give into that sinking feeling. You're definitely hearing that. Roisin Murphy, Sinking Feeling is the name of that song. Roisin. She's an Irish artist. We can be all smiles and we'll rise and we'll sail away. Okay, so there's some new obsession as well, but it's not a new obsession. It's an old obsession that is finally showing itself. So I read the eighth house down, okay, because I said we might learn about something that's been going on for a while, or we might actually see something play out that's been happening for a while. The eighth house is the battleground. It's already been kicked up. Sixth house is hidden enemies. Seventh house is open enemies. Eighth house is where the battle takes place. Is when we feel the effects of whatever attack was lobbed at us. Whatever, wherever, because the eighth house is where we register that we've been struck in, where they strike us at. Okay, and it doesn't mean that they're not trying to beat our job down or take our man or ruin our life or burn our house down or whatever. When we process and experience and we settle on a knowledge and awareness of the attack, when we have a conscious based awareness and we register the experience, that's what the eighth house is talking about. Okay, so this is saying because of the directionality where the faces are going here, this one's looking over to the right into the future. This one's looking into the past. And that is what, there's some incarnational mysteries here. So full card plus the Diavolo, devil, means new obsession. And it's one of the very few things. It means you're going to have some new negativity, new toxicity, new evil, new bondage, basically new obsession. And then since it's coming to the right, or since it's coming after the 7, 2, 3, 7, and 9 is a timing indicator. So over the next week, and then we have to kind of do some fancy footwork here because this is a reversal with the devil here. So 7 of Wands in reversal means anxious. You've let the enemy inside. Somebody is, I want to say obsessive with the devil here, but somebody is, and it's another person from the jump. So this is a hot mess already. We got 4 cards out and already I'm done and tired. All right, what is this? Okay, let's do this work, but dang. What? Okay. Wow. Okay, so there's a new obsession here. Somebody's feeling anxious because they let something get away. What they didn't realize at the time was that they called in what they wanted, or said differently, they called in what was matching their energetic frequency vibration. Okay, so they summoned up something from the universe. The universe tested them to make sure that they were ready. And they couldn't level up, handle up, boss up, rise up, G up, man up, woman up, whatever, what have you. Who knows? Who cares, right? They couldn't come correct. They couldn't step forward. They couldn't come through, pull through, come hard, come harder. They couldn't stand on business. They faltered. They stumbled. They fumbled. We could be all smiles and we'll rise and we'll sail away. Happy people don't give into that sinking fear. Yeah, this is somebody whose heart is dropping into their chest. Four of Cups, Ace of Cups could also talk about the heart chakra. Their heart is sinking into their chest because um, they fumbled what they wanted. They mislabeled, misjudged, misperceived. They projected onto us. They vomited all over us, energetically or actually verbally, with whatever, however, whoever, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care. You know, they didn't handle up. And there's more to be revealed over the next 7 days. So we're gonna have some new caca, fool, and the devil over the next week. Yeah, because their heart is aching and breaking because they're feeling some kind of shame, some type of guilt, some type of remorse. They're haunted. They up at night. They can't let it go. That's what's Five of Swords here. Ooh, my goodness. Woo! This reading is something else. Okay, so they want to fight for this, but they ain't got no ground to stand on. Not with the devil on the Seven of Wands. They slip and fall. And this person wants to, they need to defend. So, yeah, this is the thing. Queen of Wands and the Devil card, not in the tarot. For cartomancy, perhaps. Tarotmancy, nah. I do not want the Queen of Wands with the devil. That is a witch, a dark one. It's a spirit witch, not a healer. That's Raz. That no. That's the red or the black witch. I don't do that. That's a no. Now we could have somebody here that is some kind of Virgo rising. They could be some kind of Sagittarius moon, but it's not actually the moon. There's something about the bottom of the chart. They're sitting in this ego. It's like a festering. We have Four of Cups, Devil, Seven of Wands, Fool. Then we have the Five of Swords, Queen of Wands, Lover, Six of Swords. So we're chosen and we're moving through, pulling through. We're just kind of bypassing this toxicity. And there's unrequited love here. The devil is knighting this lover's card and they feel rejected, but what they don't realize is they tricked themselves up out of their spot. That's what they don't recognize. They kind of threw this away like it was garbage, or they looked at us like we were in the gutter or something. And then when we kind of moved on and decided to carry on, then they're looking back over the shoulder, realizing like, hey, I actually wanted that. Okay, but that's the thing. I don't understand why you treat people like, sugar, honey, iced tea. Why do you treat people like smack? And then all of a sudden, sometimes the person who leaves will come back when you move on. That's just the thing, especially if they're toxic. So we're dealing with some kind of Gemini rising or Virgo rising energy here. And then we have the King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Normally, I'd love that because it means power couple, but not with the devil. It means we have a sorceress or no, a witch and a warlock working together. Six of Wands. So we have a double six. So we're chosen, blessed, favored, and anointed. We're this person's wish fulfillment as well, but they couldn't handle up, level up, rise up, boss up, G up. And we're also dealing with some kind of Taurus rising or Virgo rising. And it's for certain. We're also dealing with some kind of Aquarius rising or Gemini rising. And that's for certain. We're also dealing with some kind of Scorpio rising or Taurus rising. So we got Aquarius rising, Scorpio rising, Taurus rising, Virgo rising. Very, very clear, very, very certain. So Page of Wands, King of Wands, Star card, Six of Wands, Two of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Ten of Cups. Okay, so this is not the business. Pardon me, I just went right there. No, can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't. You got this Page of Wands with the Five of Wands. Now, normally that's standards and boundaries, but with the devil, that's a spy. Somebody that enjoyed being mean, being rude when they thought we were nothing. But now that they realize we're everything, Ten of Pentacles with the Star card. Now that they realize we're everything, they're trying to sneak on back. They're trying to handle up on something now after the fact. And this remorse, this regret that you're feeling, this shame, this guilt that you're feeling it's not remorse, it's regret because you got caught up. Not because you feel bad that you harmed or you did something wrong, but only because you have to deal with the consequences. So no. And there's love here. So there's love here. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So we they everything. Now, with the Five of Swords, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Because that means they got real nasty at some point in time. This is what that means. So Page of Swords, Five of Swords, that could be feeling defeated. It also could be somebody learning or imposing their standards and boundaries. Now, there's another read here because we also have somebody with their Venus in. Okay, so it's probably. It could be very well that we have somebody with a Gemini Sun, Gemini rising, Venus in Leo. I heard that. I heard that for somebody. But also we could be dealing with somebody that is a Leo rising, a Sag rising. To a lesser degree, they could have their Venus in Aquarius or Gemini, but that's to a much, much lesser degree. It's more likely that we're dealing with a Gemini rising, Leo moon. It's more likely, okay, I said Leo moon. It's more likely also that we're dealing with a Gemini rising, Leo Mars, or Leo rising, Leo Mars. So I'm getting a few people. Here's the universality between all these individual stories that are showing up here. Because each of us is going to have the same energy, but it's going to be experienced differently. So we're dealing with somebody that was either immature or kind of vile on the inside, and it's being purified out of them. Because they did us dirty in some kind of way. And so they're looking at a losing streak. Because on one hand, they're feeling defensive. On the other hand, they're feeling defeated. And that's what they're having trouble recognizing. And that's why they're doubling down on this anxiety and this. Okay, well, it's calling them a covert personality style, one of the toxic ones. It starts with an N, ends with an ist. So what I just want to say is that this is a rigid, pervasive, maladaptive personality style. Okay. I just can't. I just can't. Now, again, I want to say we're winning. Full card, Six of Wands, Six of Swords, Ten of Cups. Okay, honey. Now here's what should have been. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. We should have been a power couple. We should have won together, but here's what's not happening. We're not unified because they're still looking back towards the past. They're not looking towards the future. And if this is the masculine that we're dealing with, oh, they're definitely hurting. All the masculine energy is looking towards the past, only the feminine energy is looking towards the future. So I don't believe in doing CPR in a relationship. If it flatlines, let it die, let it rest, let it lie. I get that sometimes we do a little bit of damage and we need to have some, rehab or occupational therapy or whatever. But when that ish falls all the way down to the ground and it flatlines, let it die. They're not missing you, they're missing what you did for them. Now, sometimes it's a lesson. Losing woke them up, and that was our purpose. Because even when they're planning on taking action, it's because they're looking back towards the past. So the past is informing them of what to do in the future, but they weren't considering the past when they made whatever decision led to this. You hear what I'm saying? Because the devil's in the future, which means there's more. And we've already experienced something because in the very present is the devil. And it's saying that they're envious and jealous that we've moved on, that we don't need them, and they want us to be stuck. They want us to not move forward. They want us to revisit the past. They don't like that we have peace. They don't like that we have clarity. They don't like that we have tranquility. They don't like that we have emotional fulfillment. They think that means that we must be with somebody, that we can't have found God on our own or love on our own or happiness without another person. They think that, oh, you're not crying because of what I did to you. That must mean you got somebody else. And instead of coming back because you were my hope, wish, dream, heart's desire, soul's ambition, and aspiration, I'm coming back because I feel like I'm losing out. Somebody else gets to enjoy you and not me. They're living. And they definitely are one of those covert or vulnerable personality styles. So when of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Yeah, so on a nicer note, this was to get this person to wake up and handle up and level up and boss up and come to the party here. And listen, Page of Cups, Ten of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. We have matching energy. There's also a Page of Wands here. So we have three pages, a Queen of Wands, a King of Wands as well. So what that tells me is that the devil had a hold on this person initially, and through dealing with us, they broke out, broke free. We actually have all four pages here. So that means if there's not a convention, like we're all showing up to some kind of show, we're all showing up to some type of exhibition. If there's no university, this means that we're dealing with some type of contract that was made before we came into the physical. So we're dealing with a soul contract. And it's completing, wrapping up, because we have a Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. A double 10 means completions, culminations. And there is a calling on their life, or there's some type of Leo rising Venus and Aquarius. I'm also hearing Venus and Virgo. We have all four pages here. That's the first. But it's been happening a lot. First, we had all four threes. Then we had all four sixes. Then we had all four nines. Now we have all four pages. And it's been happening each week. So what's next? All four kings, because when it leaves the 10 and goes into the royal, the court cards, it means something's about to happen. This is saying that the universe, God's gonna be, passing out bennies. Page of Wands. Be careful of being a religious fanatic with her. We do have this obsession. It also means that somebody was targeted by the devil. It also means that they're feeling domineering. They're feeling defensive. Page of Swords. Be careful about promiscuity, precociousness. It also means that this person is going to come into power or they're a spy. Page of Cups. Be careful about associations, because this is the innocent naive. Innocent people believe everyone has a good heart. Naive people believe everyone has a good nature. Page of Pentacles. This is a person who's going to come into money. Now, they're probably going to start with practical skills and knowledge. They may inherit that money or they may become a millionaire themselves as self-made. Nine of Wands means self-made. But also, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, be careful. This person needs affection, affirmation, especially affirmation, acknowledgement about their efforts and their fruits and their work. Page of Cups needs people to say, hey, there's a game afoot. Not every player in the game means well. Some players are wolves in sheep's clothing. You need to learn you a couple few things. You need to get some college and some knowledge. Just learn yourself some stuff, some business. Now, this page is having a homecoming. Page of Cups is 10 of Cups, having a homecoming. Page, feeling, 10 of Cups, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. Page of Pentacles, again, feeling. Nine of Pentacles, feeling self-made, feeling certitude and security with the nine. Because with the 10, it might not be self-made. It might be that they had to get to a certain level before the universe or God or the family or what's called the benefactor. Does that make sense? The trust grantor, enshrine them in whatever. With the King and Queen of Wands, normally that means either building something, some kind of leadership team. It can also talk about a power couple. Here it's talking about a witch and a warlock, but also it can talk about coercive control of their family. I'm hearing a channel with the devil. It's talking about coercive control because we don't have like we don't have a king, queen, nothing of pentacles. Page of Pentacles might mean some type of Cancer rising or Venus in Capricorn, but it's too far away. It's really talking about Capricorn season, which was the 22nd of December to the 21st of January. And there might be some kind of Mars in the 10th house or Mars in Capricorn. Again, it's very loose here. Now, it's actually saying, like, listen, there may be for a couple few people some kind of coercive control because this person is going to inherit. It's usually us. We're supposed to inherit something, some type of power. It's usually spiritual power or some kind of authority because of our bloodline. And there was some kind of hold, tie. There was some energy, entity, ideology trying to block our destiny from coming through. And really, what this says is that we are this person's wish fulfillment, and their access to more of the best hopes, the best wishes, the best aspirations, the best that the universe has to offer. Something that would come to a pure, bright, blissful, blessed being in sacred union with the divine, one who is exalted, living in eternity, an eternal being. Their best access to that kind of blessing is through us. But they did something where they fumbled us and now they don't have access to us. And really, what this is saying is that they were egotistical and thinking that we were naive or that we weren't going to walk away or that they were justified in doing what they did. It also says that they were short sighted. They thought it was unfair that we were blessed the way that we were blessed. They thought there was something wrong with us being in the position that we're in because we didn't know anything about it and they knew all about it. But the thing is that God blessed us and not them. They need to go find them something to do, go find their own blessings. And they might for a moment want it to be helpful or nice or generous or congenial, but they perceived our attitude to be hoity-toity or whatever. But the thing about it was that they were just seeing the anointing on our life. What they were seeing was the light that the universe had put on us. And they should have took that as an opportunity to either partner with us to create a bigger, brighter, better future, or to unify with us in some kind of way so that we could have been a team. Unity, community, partnership, all the same. Instead, what they did, can I tell you what they did? They decided to be an opposer. They decided to pretend to be a friend and really be a frenemy. A hater that used love to get access and to get through the door. So something is at the heart of the matter. Somebody's heart is feeling weak. They may think that we don't love them anymore, but we've really already offered them forgiveness. Maybe not to their face, but it is there. Because we have the Page of Cups with the Five of Cups as well. So we're feeling disappointed, maybe depressed. Okay, well, we got a reaction on depression. But here's the deal. They're under depression that they can't live without us. But the thing is, they don't know how to make it out of whatever they're at. That's really what it is. They don't know how to make it out of whatever hoopty neighborhood of the emotional universe they moved into that they can't afford a real house, not an emotional one. They're emotionally broke. But here's the deal. I'm just going to say some of the harshest things I've ever said here. Not mean or rude. I say those all the time. No, the harshest thing to say here is that when you fall down to the ground like that emotionally, when your heartbeat broke, you just need to take accountability, responsibility. You need to go around saying, I've been a piece of ish. I've been disrespectful. I dishonored you. I did you dirty. And you got to say it again and again and again and again. Go on an apology tour. You might not need to verbally make the apology, but if you do not take accountability for the things you did while your heart was broke, you're going to be in that ghetto forever. And here's the deal. You also need to make a living amends. So forgive yourself on who you had to be to survive, recognizing, realizing you don't got to be that person as you move forward, if that makes sense. Because part of the getting out of that emotional ghetto is about what's called radical forgiveness. And the thing about radical forgiveness is it also comes from radical self acceptance, which means you need radical honesty with the self. See, that's the thing. Accepting why you did what you did, there's a part of self forgiveness there. Whether you were in your evil spot, whether you were in your unawakened, unhealed spot, you did the thing. It is what it is. So we don't have the Seven of Cups, but that's the Seven of Cups: illusion, delusion, confusion. Confusion is when you do not accurately discern reality. Illusion is when there's some kind of facade, mirage, glamour, gaslighting. Delusion is when you perpetuate a false narrative. So that's the Five of Cups. It's being the Five of Swords, Five of Cups. Those are two distinct energies of being startled awake. Five of Swords is because of innocence or naivete. Five of Cups is because we put our trust in a specific person. Usually we opened up and we're vulnerable to them or we had some type of expectation. But those, see, Five of Cups, burst bubble. Five of Swords, startled awake. Okay? So, poor baby, but you gotta go. It's okay that you did what you did because you didn't know any better. It doesn't mean like, forgiveness is granted, access denied. Take your little lessons onto your new relationship. I'm glad you learned those with me, but you also learned them at my expense. Peace be with you. Have a nice day and a blessed life. Goodbye. Because you're still il nemico, moving in some kind of sideways sneaky. I don't like it. I don't like you. Bye. Page of Cups, Four of Cups. We're feeling detached. We got everything we need out of this situation, and it came with a startling, awareness. And now this person knows what they did, but here's the thing: they're going to go around with a smear campaign or have some kind of narrative of their own. They're not going to do the right, righteous thing. Unfortunately, they're fake. I mean, maybe not an imposter, but it's not 100% real. The feelings that they feel are real, but they don't know how to go around and be the thing they want, they claim to be. Yeah, they really love us, they really want us, but they're never going to be able to do the thing they need to do to secure a relationship with us because they're always going to move in secret. They're always right at the precipice of causing harm, which any love relationship is. You know, we get hurt the most by the people we love, but it's usually not intentional. This is a person who's fundamentally misaligned with us. They're not on our path. Our paths converge 4 pages. Our paths converge so that we will fulfill some type of agreement. They unfortunately serve as a wonderful example of how not to be. It's just what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. Because they're still hunting. It's like a gold digger moving on from one person to the next person. Sometimes the gold digger is not a gold digger. Sometimes she's a black widow. Fairy thoughts and periwinkle blue medallion. Sailed across the ocean for on a promise to be free. Dolphins playing in the sea. Yeah, so we can be as kind and kind and kind and kind, but it's always going to be a consolation surprise, meaning we're going to take some kind of small offer. They're never going to give us the everything that we want. And there's always something right around the corner with them because they still got to work through that ego. They don't have humility, not the way that they need to. Their humility comes from being startled awake. They're going to fail into success. And the thing about it is, it's always going to be like that. The name of this card is Lo Constanza. In white in silver, I promise to be free. Dolphins playing in the sea. Yeah. So yes, and they're gonna be obsessed with us for quite some time. And if you doubt that, it's okay. Just don't give them any energy. At the end of our life, we're probably gonna have a half a dozen people that have been obsessed with us because we woke them up. That's really what it is. We tamed the devil. I don't mean it that way, but I mean it that way. We're the one that brought the devil back to God. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So what is this quadruple? What set of pages mean? It means we are in a position that cannot be, we are in a very high position. We have smooth sailing access through, and this person needs to concoct something. What they're trying to do is get the energy moving. And the thing is, they're being impatient. They want to go faster when they need to learn them a few more things. Because really, what they desire is to get out of this quarantine, and that's fine, but you got to do it with somebody else. You can't do it with us. It's fine that you learned your lesson and you feel bad or whatever, but you got to do it with another hoe, not me. Now, this is an emergency reading. We have a double seven here. So it's an alert, page of wands. Okay, so this is somebody breaking out, breaking free. Now they feel love. It's not as authentic as it could be because we're detached and they've already been refused. They've already been turned down. Whether or not we said that or not, if they came and offered us love now, we would not get with them. What does this pair of five mean? Okay, that's depletion, falling down to the ground, defilement, depletion, degradation, degrading, debilitation, destabilization. Okay, so finally they're moving slow to offer us love and to give us affection. Now we don't need it, not from them at least. The tables have turned, Two of Pentacles. There's no longer a go. Yes, we're going to build this happily ever after, Ten of Pentacles, but maybe not with them, unfortunately. And it's okay if they woke up and yes, we did have a soul bond and a soul contract, but the thing about that is like, it's a no. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Yeah, so we're already on to a new assignment because they got to be left out in the cold, Five of Pentacles. It's unfortunate. That might be why they're feeling so anxious, wanting to fight. But the thing is that they cannot reach us. I know they have a lot and they can do a lot, but it's never going to overcome what we got. You know, I don't want it, and emotions just alright. Yeah, so we're already content. We've already found our spot in life. And yeah, this was a rock bottom. They completely canceled themselves out here. Poor baby. I know that sucks. What's this double say? What did we say? Yeah, so the gift to us is being offered another connection. To them, though, they've got to sit in this for a moment. And there's a double seven. So even if we did try to consider this, if we were to ask God right now to let them back in, there's too many terms and conditions here. They haven't completed their lesson. Yes, they now know that they're going through some kind of karmic cycle. But the thing about this, what's this pair of 10? Now what am I supposed to do when I want to end my world? Yeah, but the thing is, we belong to the divine. And so the divine assigned us to this person, and they did not follow the assignment. They get a fail. And it's okay, they can repeat the class, repeat the grade, whatever, what have you, but it doesn't mean that we didn't pass, and so we're gonna go forward. That means we outpace them, and they're not gonna be able to catch up, not in this institution, not in this lifetime. Because we're taken care of. Regina Donati, the Queen of Pentacles, we're okay here. Okay, so it's a no. It's a no. Okay, well, dang. All right. And that concludes the business there. Let's do this king and queen. I feel kind of bad for them. I mean, they tripped themselves up out of their spot. The thing is, you know what they said a half a dozen times? They said that we are everything that they ever wanted. And they were so in their little drunken stupor that they couldn't recognize it. Not until it was way too late. And the things that they did, we will never go back. Yeah, they said some foul stuff. They said some foul stuff. I was foolish to believe the opinions of others. I shouldn't have trusted my heart. Oh, me scusi, me scusi. Okay, one more time. I was foolish to believe the opinions of others. I should have trusted my heart more than what others thought about our connection. Please forgive me for doubting our connection. That's a no, but thank you for recognizing that. Unrelatable and unsympathetic advice, easily influenced by others and their viewpoints, unpleasant opinions creating doubt and denial of connection. So now they're learning. Now they're learning. Like I said, they're going through some kind of lesson, but they had to check out, and they acted some kind of way because they didn't want to get destabilized. They didn't want to lose any type of power, and we are some kind of twin flame. So we don't have the four of wands here. We can walk away. This was a reading about a karmic connection, most likely a lover, but it doesn't have to be. We were wish fulfillment for somebody, and we were a blessing to them. And there was some type of soul or karmic contract. And let me tell you something, darling. This means we have a lot of tolerance and compassion for them. We may still have more, but we're not required to give them anymore. They were a hidden enemy. They were an imposter, a poser, a phony in some kind of way because they couldn't come correct, be honest. They might have even stolen our time, energy, effort, or attention. They might have even came at us through some kind of facade, false accounts or lies, or some type of low grade magic. So they're regulated and restrained. They don't get to mess with us for a while, if at all. Okay. And yeah, there will be a day when they get out of this energy, and we will know about it. But I don't think we're going to be around in some kind of capacity to re-engage in whatever we lost with this energy. They're going to get the message too late. Okay. And yes, they are going to try to come back through. They're going to try to pull up. They're going to try to turn the situation around. They're going to finally attend to the situation. But they're doing it in response to, not because of. That's just a problem for them and not us. We're going to start to see the situation change relatively soon. Things are going to be different relatively soon. Okay. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything I said resonates deeply with you, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. You can always just smash that like button if you want. And until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dandavat, and ashe. Sayonara, das vidanya, wiedersehen. I'll see you in the next one, darling. Bye-bye.